I'm Robrad78.
And I'm Fidget 1185.
And welcome to our Couples Therapy.
Welcome back to Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
And let's get at her. We got another bladder. I don't know how to start anymore because we don't tell you what subjects we're talking about. We just get into it now. So I had an interesting morning the other day. I get a text while I'm at work. And one of my good buddies was working out at a Anytime Fitness. And he happened to be working around the treadmills or something. And the car right in front of him in the window just started ablaze, caught on fire.
What?
Yeah. And he's like, I almost died today. It's strange. But like, yeah, he showed me a video and you guys will see it right here. I don't know how long the video is, but it's right there right now. And yeah, it's just crazy because like
it wasn't his car or
no,
anything.
it wasn't. It was a van, but it wasn't his van. And like, yeah, he just working out, and all of a sudden this car's on a blaze and everything. And he's like, I almost died today. And what's weird about me and my friends is even when like we're in a life or death situation, we're still sarcastic. And so, like, my response to him was like, see, I told you when you exercise, it could kill you. Exercise. I told you if I exercised, it would kill me. But it's just one of those things where, like, me and my friends always, like, when it comes to stuff like that, we always, like, go to humor first in, like, the most sad situations. I think that's the life of a comedian, right?
I don't know.
Find the joy in, I wouldn't say find the joy, but you find humor in everything. I don't know.
I don't think that's right, but
I didn't tell my joke last time, and I had a joke.
So why don't you tell us that joke?
I'm gonna say the joke.
Say it right now.
And Fidget hasn't heard this joke from me. Maybe she's heard it before, but she hasn't heard it from me.
Okay, get to the joke.
So, I'm trying not to butcher it. So, we might have to take multiple takes here.
Nope.
But, these two guys go out to the woods, and they decide to go hunting.
Okay.
And one of them has to go to the bathroom. And he's like, the other guy's like, well, why don't you just go out there? He's like, I don't have any toilet paper. The guy's like, well, don't you have $1? The guy goes, yeah. And he's like, okay, well, why don't you just go use the $1? So he goes to the bathroom, and he comes back, and he's got poop all up his arm, on his sleeves and everything. And the guy's like, what the heck happened to you? Don't you know how to wipe? And he's like, yeah, have you ever tried to wipe with 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and a nickel?
That's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, but it's gross.
He thought the guy was going to have $1, as in a paper dollar, but it was coins. She loves when I explain the joke.
No.
I think it adds humor.
No, it doesn't. You don't need to mansplain the joke. But it's funny that you meant, well, not funny, haha, but that you mentioned your buddy
almost set ablaze.
Yeah, because he posted that on Snap, and I saw it this morning, and I thought, I didn't know what was going on. Like, glad I had more context.
So you did know what I was talking about. Sort of.
Sort of. But, I mean, just seeing it on Snapchat out of context, it's like,
right?
The heck? So, but I'm glad that he's okay. Nothing happened.
Yeah, and I'm glad it wasn't his vehicle.
Right?
Somebody started off on a rough day.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m.
What was he doing working out at 4 a.m?
He gets off work at 2.
Oh, I forget.
And it might have been a little earlier than 4. It was just when I saw it, basically.
Sure.
But, yeah, what a way to start your morning.
Yeah. The best part of waking up is seeing a car on fire.
Seeing your van ablazed. But speaking of mornings, what would be your worst morning? You ever had a really bad morning?
I think it's just waking up, like, already just in, like, one of like a really bad like mood, like really like foul mood
Have you ever woken up without Folgers in your cup?
all the time.
Waking
Maybe
up
that-
without Folgers in your cup, that'll make you angry.
But I just think
Not a sponsor.
I don't know what caused it. Maybe just like something the night before, just like kind of, I don't know, put me in a bad mood, and then just like not talking about it or whatever, you know, it just kind of festers overnight, and then just waking up and like, good God, like, I really don't want to go to work today. Like, I don't want to be around people. Don't want to have to interact with them. Don't want them looking at me, talking to me, you know, like.
Yeah. Me and my brother used to have a battle to see who could wake up earlier. I don't know what point we were trying to prove, but my brother would always try to flick my light on to wake me up, and that's the worst way to wake someone up because I don't like waking up that way. Maybe that's why when I wake up, I'm up kind of thing nowadays. But I remember my bed growing up. Not only was it squeaky, so like every time you moved on it was like, rah, rah, rah. Definitely wasn't bringing any girls home on that thing, if you know what I mean. But it was like the bed frame was like an inch or two longer. So like the metal part was like protruding out, and it was on top of like a flat board, like a sheet board.
Mm-hmm.
And so like there'd be days where I'd wake up and I'd bang my shin on that corner all the time, and I'd cut my shin all the time. And then there's also times, because like I can't sleep with socks on because like my feet kick together at night, and like I somehow kicked my socks off. I'm not kidding you. One time I couldn't find my socks, and I was like, I'm just going to check between the spring mattress and the regular mattress, and they were dead set in the middle of the mattress. Like, was I sleepwalking, took my socks off, and shoved them in the middle? I don't know.
Maybe for safekeeping?
I know one time when I was sleeping when I was a kid, I was sleepwalking, and I fell down the stairs. Because I didn't know that I was walking downstairs, apparently.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but
that was a lovely way to wake up.
I remember like growing up, like being like middle school or high school. That's one way my mom would wake me up is she'd open my door, time to wake up, leave the light on,
Oh, I hate
and then walk away and like go into the bathroom to take a shower to start her day. She wouldn't close the door, you know, because that's another reason for me to have to get up and get out of bed.
Yeah, you make mortal enemies out of me if you do that. That is not the way to wake me up. I know when I wake up, I have to flick our light on. Like we have like a stream light that goes all the way around our room. Hopefully, it's not too bright that it attacks you too much. But I can't see anything. Our room has blackout curtains, and it's like 2 a.m.
There are times like when you do wake up and you turn them on, that it does wake me up. Like I guess I'm not fully asleep but not fully awake because like I feel myself going like, you know, like you jolt of like,
yeah,
and then and it's like, did I just jump like 10 feet? Like, is he gonna notice? Like, is he gonna think like I'm awake? But luckily, more often than not, I'm able to just have you do that, and then it's like, oh, he's just getting ready for work. And then I fall back asleep.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the lights aren't really bright. They're kind of dimmed out, so they're not too bad.
That's nice. Like, if you were to turn on,
and
like,
it's not direct at you. It's from the side.
Oh, if you were to do that with our actual light,
like the one
I would probably wake up and throw hands.
Or even the lamps, because the lamps are really bright.
But, yeah, no, if you used... I mean, there have been a few times, but they're, like, few and far between where you have turned, like, the little light on the lamp.
You know when I need something in the closet and I can't see shit.
Yeah. It's dark in our closet, especially at, like, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, even not. It's just dark in general in there, but yeah, that's quickest way to get me mad is turn that on at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I like I just said, like I would throw hands. Like you'd go to work with a black eye.
How have we not gotten to the technology where we can put like contacts in our eyes where we can see at night?
But yet we can have people marrying AI.
Hey, that was last episode.
But I'm just saying, like we
Check
have like
out the last episode.
But I'm just saying though, it's like we have like all of this like technology, like, you know, we have these cars that like drive themselves or whatever.
Right.
Not, mind you, not very well apparently, but it's just like,
why don't we have glasses or something that you could put on at night? Something, you know.
well, there is night vision goggles, but those
Yeah,
are...
but that's like heavy grade. Like, I'm sure there's like thinner ones, but they're still pretty thick, I imagine. And they're probably slightly inconvenient to put on. It's like, how have we not come up with the technology, or even have like your phone out without the light on and just be able to be like, have an app that can like show you where everything is?
Because that would be too convenient, and God forbid that our lives be made easy. Like, you would think, you know, with the technology that we have, like with the internet, the computers, the phones, which are basically tiny computers now, you know, I feel like sometimes it's more of an inconvenience.
It really is.
I mean,
I kind of go back to reminiscing of the good old days before all that stuff. Like, I feel like there was less to worry about.
right? And like, I feel like kids nowadays, like, I remember growing up and playing with like the neighbor kids and not worrying. Like, my parents would be like, just come home when the street lights come on, and like they really didn't worry about like...
And I worry that, like, with all this stuff that's just kind of given to us nowadays, that like the creativity and the imagination of childs today is not as strong as it was back then. I feel like that's the things that are going to happen.
Right. And
because they're going to have anything they want to think about right there in front of...
well, right. And you know, you got the people who just basically give their kid an iPad, and the iPad takes care of them, so mom can do whatever.
iPad parents.
iPad kids.
Or iParents.
But like, I remember like when my niece was growing up, yeah, at one point when she was young, pretty young, she had an iPad. And but my brother and sister-in-law would only let her use it for, you know,
moderate of time.
yes. And now she has a phone, and I'm sure, you know, it's the same way, but you know, like, they don't take her phone away at the end of the night, but it's like, okay, you know, after school you can use it from like this time to this time or whatever. I mean, it's like, I'm not exactly sure about that, but okay, that makes, you know, that makes more sense, instead of just like having your kid come home and just be like a zombie on their phone all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think's the appropriate age to get a kid the phone? Because nowadays, it's way different than it was back then. It's more dangerous out there now that with all this technology as well.
Right. What age now? I would say, God, I don't know.
I know.
Like,
if you're a parent out there, let us know what age you find appropriate to give your kids these technologies. Ooh.
Well, okay, to be fair, my niece is 12. Do I really think she needs a cell phone at 12 years old? No. I'm thinking more like around like 15.
I disagree.
Maybe 16. Well, you figure when they head into high school.
Right.
Go ahead.
Nowadays, I feel like there's more pervs out there where they need someone to make, like, if something's going to happen, they need to be able to have some way to contact something.
Right, and it's sad that...
It is sad.
Nowadays. I see where you're coming from. And, you know, that's what I used, not that exact example, but, you know, with my mom, because, like, I wanted a phone. Like, I thought, oh, like, I'd be cool. And then, you know, it was...
Did you get, like, a PowerPoint presentation up and be like, see, point A.
No.
And point B.
Let me show you...
C.
Let me show you this pie chart. No, but, you know, I would walk home from school on occasions, and it wasn't too far. And then it's like, well, what if something happens? And, you know, it's just me walking by myself, as it would more often be. And, oh, well, you find someone that has, and it's like, yeah, like, what if, like, I'm walking and then, like, I trip and, like, I break my ankle or something, you know, and that, you know, I can't exactly walk up to someone
You crawl to someone.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to crawl across the street.
You're like, I don't want to walk up to somebody. I want to just reach into my pocket.
But, yeah, I think I was, like, 17. Like, 16, 17 when I finally got a phone.
Wow. I had to get it in middle school because... So our middle school was in a different city than the city we lived in. So we actually had to be a ways away from home. So just in case somehow we couldn't get home or something.
But see, in that instance, though, that makes sense. Do I necessarily agree with giving... I don't know. I think it's very... Like, it would kind of depend. Like, in your case, you went to school in a different city than where you grew or where you were living. So to me, okay, that makes sense that you have some form of communication to whomever you needed to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just nowadays, like, I don't know, I see it like younger and younger, and it's like, why do kids that are super young, like, they don't need a phone?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, what are they even doing on it? I mean, I don't understand, like, I mean, we don't have kids, so let's be honest, we don't know the burden of having a kid.
Sure.
Not saying that they're a burden, but try to find a better word for that. You know, like sometimes
the struggles.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a little struggling to keep up with them or whatnot. And so, like, you need something to give yourself a little break. I get that, but like, there's got to be something else because, like, I don't think there's anything on the phone that should be that entertaining for a kid. I guess, I don't know, like the TV could be on. What's worse, a kid raised by TV, which was kind of me, or a kid raised by a phone?
Phone, hands down, phone.
Because they're going to keep the phone, like, right here. It's not going to be good on your eyes.
No. Like, honestly, if I'm being dead honest, like, I'm surprised, like, I don't need glasses. Like, I will admit I am one of those people who is kind of addicted to their phone.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when he's already passed out in bed and I'm not quite ready to go to sleep, yeah, I do the doom scroll, and then, you know, before I realize it, 2 hours have gone by, and it's like, I should probably put the phone down.
The scroll of doom.
You know, it's I'm just going to spend like 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And it's never just, let's be real here. It's never just 10 minutes. It's like you look at the clock and you're like, how did we get here? How is it already, you know, like 10:30 or like midnight? When I last looked, it was only 10 o'clock.
My main problem with the phone addiction thing, and my buddy, he talks about it too, and he has the same problem with his lady. And he will remain nameless because he doesn't want to be in the doghouse with his lady, but I am going straight to the doghouse. Whenever we go to watch a movie, she is on that thing. And it's like, it'll be at the best scene. And she's missing the best parts, and she's on her phone. And, like, even if we're watching wrestling or something, like, she'll get on her phone, and it's like, dude, you're missing.
Okay, gonna defend myself here. You do it too. Don't act like you're innocent.
I don't do it near as much as you.
But you still do it. You still do it.
When I do it, it's with a purpose.
No, it's not. It's not. There's never a purpose. And if you're gonna, okay, but you still do it. That's my point. Is you still do it, and you.
But if there's a good part coming up, I'm like,
no, you don't throw your phone.
Oh,
you don't. Oh my God, no, you don't.
Chucked.
No, it's not.
Chuckaroo.
No, it's like if you're on it, then
You're all demonstrating with your phone.
No, we're not. As it hits my car,
Breaks the windshield.
It's like, you're
2
paying
for 1
that.
sale with broken phone and windshield. But
yeah.
And phones just need to be shut off when movies are present. Like, I don't think she does it, but when we go to the movies, I still shut my phone off.
I don't shut it off. I put it on the silent or vibrate or whatever.
I don't. They tell me I don't even think they tell you to shut them off anymore.
No, it's just silence your phone. And but I silence my phone.
I'm so used to because I used to go to movies all the time. I'm so used to when they tell you to shut them off. I'm like, I'm a good boy. I'm here to watch the movie. I paid money for this. I'm kind of a Mr. Krabs. When I spend money, I want it to be worth the money.
But
also, I'm very like particular when it comes to movies. Like if I've not seen a movie and I'm interested in it, I want to see every second, every scene of it. I don't want to miss it. Like I don't hardly ever blink. I'm just like, get this in, get this in, get this in. And then I can be like, yep, it's all in here.
or you fall asleep.
Well, that's if it's, you know, that's something we could talk about right now. First off, what happened to making movie theaters a little uncomfortable so that way you could stay awake? Now we got these really relaxed
Recliner chairs
that go like all the way back. You're basically laying down. How are you not supposed to fall asleep?
Well,
Have
here's
a nice belly full of popcorn.
Well, here's the thought: don't go to the movies, like, because hasn't there been like a time or two maybe where it's like after work, and then like we've like after you've gotten off work on like a Saturday or something, and we've gone, and you've fallen asleep or something.
Yeah, but there's times when even I didn't work
And I just feel like that just comes from just being tired. Because, I mean, your job ain't nothing to shake a stick at. Like, I get it. Like,
shake that stick. All right.
But that... And I didn't mean to throw you under the bus on that one.
Wah, wah.
But
you did.
You survived.
Nothing taking me down.
But, yep. So,
I don't know. Do we have any more random subjects to go to? I know we got a game to play. Do we want to get to the game now, or do you got any more subjects?
we can go to the game.
The game might take a little bit anyways, and that will fill us up. So, the game we're playing today, because, you know, we like playing games on here with you guys, and we like to shout out the games, so that way if you guys want to try them out yourselves, we give you the little deets right here. This game is called New Phone Who Dis, and it's made by the same people that made What Do You Mean? It is for ages 17 and up, players 3 to 20. So we always find a way to play it two players.
I didn't realize you could play with that many people.
It says 3 to 20 plus.
Oh, so more.
And the time frame of this game is 30 to 90 minutes. So, basically, in this game, it's just like all the other Cards Against Humanity, What Do You Mean, all of them, but it's in text form. And you know how we always like to take out the inappropriate ones for this, because, like, you guys don't want to hear that stuff on here. That's for Patreon, you know? Like, you want to see the inappropriate stuff, you pay for that, you know?
And so what's kind of fun with these is the card that you read out, they're the inbox card.
Yeah, and they have little jokes on the side and stuff.
And then, so when you read that card, you have a card that's your reply.
Yep.
So
and we'll have a handful of replies, and it's just like Cards Against Humanity. When they read the inbox, you want to put what you think fits,
or what you
reply.
find most funny.
Basically, you want to read your judge. Like, that's how I always play the game. Those kind of games is you read the judge. Like, are they gonna like a funny more? Are they gonna want something that's, because some people don't even go for funny. They just go for what specifically works exactly for that reply. Which is, like, they're the judge.
I know, but I feel like playing with those people, it's like loosen up. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to not necessarily make 100% sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel when I'm playing these kind of games.
How I feel about it is if I'm not winning, it's not fair. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
how I really feel about it is like, you're the judge, your role.
I know, but it's just like, come on, if you're going to be a stickler or a stick in the mud, loosen up a little, have a little fun.
I don't think it's necessarily being stick in the mud. I feel like it's just like they're just reading the card and they're like, to them, that's what is the most entertaining, is the one that, oh, that one actually fits. So what we're going to do is we got like 5 cards. If we feel like doing a little more, we will, but we're gonna do just the basics. We try not to do too much here. You know what they say, safety third. But we're going to get into this, and Fidget's going to read the first one, and then we're going to grab a handful of replies. We'll both have 7 replies each. So she's going to read this one off.
Did you give my phone number to a pimp named Raphael?
I'm going to show it to them for a little bit. Zoom it in. Did you give my phone number to a pimp named Raphael? I wonder if he's a Ninja Turtle.
So am I grabbing 7 off the top?
Yeah, you grab the first 7.
1, 2.
And if they're inappropriate, discard them. And because we don't want anything sexual or political or anything that gets us to, well, we're no longer doing couples therapy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I'm goated. Got 7 on the first try. All right, I'm gonna read mine. We gotta read ours real quick in our heads, so that way, if we know if any of them are inappropriate.
Set that.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Oh, that one's actually a perfect reply for this one. I actually got no inappropriate ones so far. I mean, that one's a little gross, but it's not inappropriate.
Okay, I think I'm ready with mine.
I'm ready for mine, and I know exactly what my reply. So, what we're going to do here is we're both going to put our reply card down. We're going to shuffle them up. So you'll read your card again, and I'll read the reply. So it's like somebody else's.
Okay, so
And then we'll switch.
our inbox card is...
You can flip it over to them and read
Did
it.
you give my phone number to a pimp named Raphael?
And the first response is, maybe, maybe not. Stay woke. Winky face. Maybe, maybe not. Stay woke. Winky face.
Totally covering my face.
And then the other one says, did I give your name? Did you give my... Yeah, read it again.
Did you give my phone number to a pimp named Raphael?
Grandma, you a savage. Both very good. Both very good. Both honestly sound like a good reply. Grandma's a savage or stay woke. You guys are going to let us know who you think had better choices here. We're not even going to tell you who had what cards.
So should we grab another one so we have 7?
Yeah. Grab another. Read it so see if it's inappropriate.
Okay.
Well, that one's kind of rude, but it's not. Now it's my turn to read, and then you'll read the reply. Want to come over, nibble on some wings, and play Bop It? I'll tell you a story about a Bop It. I had a Bop It that would go off randomly in the middle of the night, and it would not shut off. It was creepy. You'd be like sleeping, and it'd be like, Bop It, twist it. And then the timer, and then,
Don't forget
just
to
in the
show,
middle of the night.
To show them.
So want to come over, I almost read it inappropriately. Want to come over and nibble on some wings and play Bop It? I don't know why it's coming in blurry. But that is the question, or the text. And we got to find a reply. I'm going to reply this way. Yeah, just put those over in the discard.
And there goes my jacket.
All dirty.
I
I don't want to break the ribcage trying to grab it.
don't want to fall out of the chair trying to grab it.
I
God.
didn't know your zipper was going to be so loud. All right, well, you got the replies. You're going to shuffle them up, and then I'll reread this. So the inbox was, want to come over, nibble on some wings, and play Bop It? And how would you reply to that?
That text had more emotional impact than any Spielberg movie, and I'm not just saying that. There's reply number 1.
Want to come over and nibble on some wings and play Bop It?
I don't remember giving you permission to talk to me.
Wow. One's rude and one's straight to the emotional set. Who do we think won there? The last one, we didn't really know who won that one. We both were kind of on even, I felt like. This one, I feel like for me personally, I think the emotional one's better. The other one was a reply that was more serious. So, depends on what style you like. Let us know.
Put it over there.
All right, so she's going to read the next inbox. This is inbox number 3. I don't think I grabbed the card.
I left our date confused, but I finally put the pieces together. You look like the Lorax. Uncanny. So here's the card. Oh, look, it's not blurry.
All right, I'm going to put that one. And I'm going to grab a card so I don't forget. I'm definitely using that one. All right, I'm going to go shuffle them up and then she'll reread that to you guys.
I left our date confused,
Yeah, it's hard
but
to
I finally put the pieces together.
For us, it comes
You
in.
look like the Lorax. Uncanny.
See, for us, when we see it, it comes in inside out. So it's hard.
Normally I can read things backwards.
All right.
But that's just
and
me.
then the first response is, that's where I draw the line. And you're not blaming this one on your horoscope. Not this time. Well, she rereads it.
I left our date confused, but I finally put the pieces together. You look like the Lorax. Uncanny.
How'd you get my number? Who are you talking to, Lewis?
What you talk about with...
I said, who are you talking to, Lewis?
So again, let us know down in the comments who you think. And if you're confused on how to do it, no, this one.
Oh,
And if you're confused,
I probably would have read
just
an inappropriate one.
just say like you think number 1 was good or number 2, which that's how, or card 1, card 2.
Yeah, I guess that would be the best way, because like writing out the whole answer would be like a lot of text.
Right. So trying to save y'all a little trouble. So.
Or just straight up tell us whose team you're on, Road Rat or Fidget. No, just kidding. They ain't even gonna know who they're going for. Let's see. This one. Ugh. Prom is this weekend, and I still haven't found my feather for my fedora. Don't you hate when that happens? I'm gonna keep it here. Block Fidget. Alright. I'm using that one because I don't know when else I'm going to use that one. It's going to be a little weird, but okay. I probably won't use it. We only got like one more to do, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I just don't have to use that one.
So you read it, and then I read the...
Prom is this weekend, and I still haven't found a feather for my fedora.
You need to get a girlfriend.
True, people that put feathers in their fedoras need girlfriends. I was like awkward silence, but I realized you're waiting for me to read it again. Ugh, prom is this weekend, and I still haven't found my feather for my fedora. I feel like I'm getting worse at it. Like I'm having a stroke or something.
Don't say that. Text me back in like 30. I'm watching that episode of SpongeBob where he has a 3D rager with his jellyfish.
See, it's like two nerds talking back and forth.
Right?
All right, let us know if you like SpongeBob. That one was for Team SpongeBob's.
Hey, haha, will you grab some Up Dog on your way home?
What's up, dog? I don't get it. What's up, dog, guys?
My response to you.
You guys tell me what's up, dog, because I don't know.
I had some pretty good ones.
I did not.
Oh, I don't think I showed the card, so
Yeah.
let me...
I'll put that one. It's so random.
Hey, haha, will you grab some Up Dog on your way home?
And I never shuffled them, but go. Dude, you peed in my bed last night. Don't hit me up.
What the heck?
Don't be hitting me up if you peed in my bed.
Hey, haha, well, you grabbed some up dog on your way home? God, I feel like I'm getting worse every time.
I know, right? Not gonna lie. Was expecting a better happy birthday text, but I guess this works too. Oh, snap. Both of them is like, damn, girl. Alright, guys, I think that was New Phone Who Dis. I've played it with a group of 3 or more, and I've had a good time with it.
Haven't we played with Mama Brad?
We might have. I know I played it with my brother and my mom once, and I played it with Tommy and my mom.
I feel like
I played it with Tommy, my mom, and my brother one time. Personally, I like this game. I recommend it. If you guys like playing these type of games, you know us, we're always down to play games.
Right.
Speaking of games, feel free to follow our Twitch accounts where we play games.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
But hey, show the love, share the friendship. It's free to follow. Never you mind that they apparently have a cap of follows on Twitch. I think that's a little weird.
I don't. Like, why do you need to have... I don't know. I feel like they should lower it because why do you need to be following, like, that many people?
Because following should be free like it is on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe because it's free.
Well,
and it's one of those things where it's like all you're doing is helping other people get bigger.
Right, well, following is free, but it's still, like, I don't know.
But if you can only follow like 2,000 because that's the cap. First off, I don't know how it works anymore. It might be different now. But if you can only follow 2,000, what happens when you have over 2,000 like people that you follow you? It's like, oh, then some people you have to like negotiate which people that are in your community that are worth keeping around.
I don't know. I find that whole thing to be weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you get to the point where it's like, oh, I almost have 2,000 friends on there. Then it's like, oh. But like here on YouTube, it's like, oh, I really liked your content. Maybe I'll see your videos again. Maybe I will never see you again. But I would still like to help you out a little.
Sure.
I don't know where that rant was going or that tangent. But we're going to get out of here. Again, if you like the content, come back for another episode. We're always here on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Or Central Daylight Time, depending on when you're watching this.
Yep.
But hey, until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Much love. And that heart turns into these rolling up. Peace. Deuces.